So we're going to, for whatever reason, YouTube is acting weird. Not sure what's going on, but yeah. So I'm probably not gonna show my face today because I don't feel like it. I do not feel like it. Oh, okay. But anyways, hope y'all doing well. I don't know why YouTube went down all weird. Hey girl, how you doing? I said I was not showing my face tonight. I was like, I don't even feel like it, bro. Cause I was about to do a whole bunch of prep and stuff, but then I changed my mind. I was like, we just gonna chat like we on the phone at this point. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. You all good, girl. Good eating and editing. Oh, what you eating? I forgot to even do my little what's it? I forgot what it's called. The dang, can I even do it from here? Some meat and cheese. Like a what's it called? Not a smorgasbord. What's that thing that was so popular on TikTok? The the little platters with the meat and the cheese and the olives, and sometimes they put some sauce on it. I forget what they call it. I completely forgot what they call it. Anyways, I really last minute was looking up topics that I could talk about, but I don't know. Ugh. Oh yes, charcuterie board. No, like a goulash, or it's hard to explain. I was a goulash. Now I gotta Google what goulash is. I've heard that word a many a times before, but what does it mean? I was sitting over here trying not to shop again, adding stuff to my cart because I got a Walmart haul coming. Um, well, actually, most of the stuff came, and I was like, you know what, I could show this on a live stream, but then I was like, no, I'll just make that video content. Cause I ended up buying like two dresses, and I bought some other random stuff, but I bought the dresses in two different sizes because I wasn't sure what size I wore. But I finally got them. I got them today, and I was looking at them, and I'm glad that I. Well, I'm gonna just share it in a video because I was just looking at the dresses, like, bro, I don't know if my boobs gonna fit in these for real. And I really hope they do. Otherwise, if they don't, I probably just give them to my sister. Like that seems to be what the energy I'm on. Like if something don't fit, I'ma just end up giving it to my sister, and she pretty much gonna have like a mini Christmas. Cause I'ma do a what's it called? I'm not sure if I want to go live tomorrow myself. I'm noticing less and less people in the lives. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I wonder if they actually pushing the videos out or what, or what's going on. But I don't know. I really don't know how YouTube actually pushes the videos out. I hope they fit too, girl, cause my sister about to get some good stuff. I'm telling you, cause I was gonna do a spring a spring cleaning video, and I was gonna do a what's it called, like a closet clean out, because I already cleaned out some stuff. Like I think I found like 15 or 20 pieces, but I still have to go through it some more because I know I have a lot of stuff that I either can't fit or my taste has changed. So I think I'ma just give them like I'ma let my sister come over here and just go through all the clothes, and then she could pick what she want, and then the rest I'ma just give to the women's shelter. Cause I was like, originally I was just gonna take them all to the women's shelter, but then I thought about it and I was like, well, I know my sister actually goes out, and I know her style for the most part. So I feel like a lot of clothes that I have she actually would like, and I'm like, well, I could just give them to her if she actually wants them. Then, see, I'm basically just because I was supposed to record a vlog, but anyways, so then I'm supposed to, well, I'm trying to work on my office because it's messy. Oh my gosh, it's just so junky. It's giving hoarders. It really is. Like, I have a problem, truly. Women's shelter is a good idea. Yeah, because normally so in the past, I've tried giving clothes to Plato's Closet and they did me dirty. They could kiss my ass. Okay. Then I gave clothes to the Salvation Army. And then I want to say I gave clothes to a different thrift store. And I didn't mind giving my stuff to the Salvation Army or the thrift store because normally I do like well, if I remember, I'll do the tax write off. Like it really actually plays. Are you in prison? No, I'm at home. Like, we all like to buy. Yes, girl. I swear. I was on Fashion Nova and I added so much stuff to my cart, and then I ended up adding stuff to my Amazon, Walmart. What else? It was a couple other places I was looking at, but Walmart is like my best friend now because I don't know, Amazon take too long to ship, but then again, I don't have Amazon Prime because I refuse to pay for Amazon Prime. Completely refuse. But I what was I saying? I completely forgot. I And that's unfortunate because I really like that song, Flower Bomb. Flower Bomb. Let me guess your favorite flavors. And you got that bomb, huh? I'm trying to, I forgot what the words are. Lord, it's flower bomb, fireflies. When I'm low, she get me high. Do I could teach you all the sounds of love. It's a song with Wale and Miguel. He's supposed to be on tour too. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually really like his singing, but I don't know enough of his songs. I think I just know like 3 songs from him. Girl, I didn't know that was a song. Yeah. And they have I always wanted to try that scent to see what it smelled like, the flower bomb fragrance, but I'm on a budget. I'm not real, I would love to be in a certain stuff, but I don't have the funds. I don't have the money for it. I use somebody else's, so I definitely get that. If it ain't Disney Plus and Hulu, I'm not paying for it. I feel that. I feel that. That's the energy I need to be on. Cause currently the only thing that is covered by someone else, you good down there? Okay, I thought she was about to throw up. I was about to be pissed off. But anyways, talking to Oreo. But but no, so I what is it? What is it? What was I about to say? I can't stand when I be losing my track of thought. Um. Oh yeah, yeah. Perfume. So I'm very cheap, and I really do be wanting to try new stuff. But the stuff that I be wanting to try is so expensive. I really and I was supposed to start talking about brands more on my channel because that was one of my goals, was to try to level up some, like, I guess product related content so that I could work with some brands or get some free clothes or something. Get invited to a movie premiere or something. But I don't really be reviewing recent movies, so maybe if I did, they would be like, "Oh, you review recent movies? Okay. Here, you get a free pass to go to a movie." But anyways, you'll get there. Ooh, see, that would be a perfect movie premiere. See, that's what you could do because you in Cali. I'm sure they have different different premieres and stuff there. I don't know how far you are from what is it, Hollywood, Los Angeles, wherever they be at. But cause I don't know, they don't really be having stuff in Michigan for real. Like the main person that be here, don't get me wrong, there are some actors and actresses that are from here, but the main people that be here be musicians. Right, maybe everything so far. That's the problem. Okay, I understand. Yeah, it'd be nice if they could do something a little closer. But I don't know. I but oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. So my office, I've been working. Actually, that's a lie. I ain't been doing a damn thing. But I was supposed to be. I always go through this phase where I'll clean up my office, and then the moment we have to go somewhere, I start like going through clothes and messing the room up again. So I was telling myself I need to rearrange my whole office and go through the clothes that I have because there are a lot of clothes I really do need to get rid of and I need to just start buying newer clothes. And I'm gonna try to do like a couple pieces every month this year, but at the same time I don't want to do too much. I just need some base pieces. You know what I mean? Like I need me 2 or 3 pairs of jeans. Um I need like some dressy pants of some sort. Maybe maybe 3 or 4 cute dress. Actually, I don't really need dresses, I don't think. But I do need some tops because I don't like the way my boobs look like they about to bust out the seams, you know what I mean? So I need to get me some nice tops or blouses that aren't just graphic tees. Even though I found me some new graphic tees I really want. Like I really be trying not to buy graphic tees no more, but it's just so hard because I'll find some I really like and I have to tell myself no because that's not what the focus should be on right now. Same. I love me a graphic tee too. Um and then I wanted to get some more hoodies because I want to get hoodies in every color and I really like the men's hoodies because I like the way they fit. They not tight and they loose. And I like that. I don't really like the restrictive hoodies that like swallow you up. Have you ever been swallowed up? I still can't believe he said that. But so I just wish stuff wasn't so expensive. I'm sorry. But I really hate being on a budget. I really do. Life is so hard. I swallowed up. Girl, I tell you, when I first saw that junk sent me so bad. Cause I was like, in the church, in the pulpit. What are you doing? Why are you saying it like that? But that's another thing I need to do. I need to get back into watching church. Cause I remember when I was younger, when I was young, I started off going to church all the time. Then when I got maybe like let's say third grade, I think we stopped going to church as much. And we would just watch church on TV. Cause my mom, she used to watch, it was a couple people. She watched a good 6 or 7 different people. Let me pull them up because I could be able to tell you some of the names. So let's see. My mom, she used to watch Joyce Meyer, Creflo Dollar at one point. We did watch TD Jakes, Kenneth Copeland at one point, Joel Osteen. Um, those are the main people. And then it was this one black guy, and the theme song always used to creep me out because it would go like evidence, do evidence. I don't know why that song used to creep me out. Yes, I remember she used to have a couple of TD Jakes books. But but yeah. And I was like, I should start watching church online. I know. To be honest, the only times we went to church is when it's like we went where some of our friends invited us to something, or like if it was unfortunately a funeral or somebody getting baptized or something like that. And a lot of times the churches were cool, but I think for me, I just don't like I like going to church and I like listening to what the topic of the day is, and hearing the verses and stuff like that, even hearing the songs, the vibe be vibing. But what I don't like, and I get it because it's supposed to be a community, but what I don't like is I don't want people to know me for real. like because people will want you to get involved, and they'll be like, "Oh, what do you do?" Or how can we use you? And that's what I don't like. It's like I understand it, but I don't like that. Yes, the sense of community, because it's like, how do I say this? So, it's one thing you be like, well, bye, I'm ready to go. Yes, yes, that is me. That is me. Like, I'll be nice to people, but I don't like when people ask me personal questions. And that's what a lot of the times they'll do. Like, my husband and I, in the past few years, we went to our friends' churches, like 2 different ones. And maybe it's because they really were, our friends were really integrated with the church or whatever. But they do this thing where they're like, oh, are there any newcomers? Raise your hand or stand up. Excuse me, why do I have to stand up and be pointed out so you know who I am, and now people gonna talk to me? I don't want to be talked to. Or if somebody knows you're new, we may not want to stand up, and they'll be like, oh, you guys are new, stand up. Already, this ain't the church for me. This ain't the church for me. Because y'all putting me on the spot. And now random people are gonna come and talk to me, and I don't want that. I don't want that. They do that in my church too. Yeah, that's something that I don't like. Like, I rather just come, and if you regularly see my face, I regularly see yours. Hi, you know what I mean? Bye, or whatever. But not them standing up, just raise your hand so they could give you something. See, but they don't be giving us nothing. And it's not like I'm expecting anything. But my thing is, I'm new here. Okay? I'm coming to hear what you got to say about the Lord. Hear the good word to start off my week right. You know what I mean? And then I hear the word, and then somehow now I'm feeling like how I felt in elementary school, where they're like, we have a new student in the class. Tell us about yourself. Um, That's not what I came here for. I wanted you to tell me about God and then I go home. Yes, and then bye. And then bye. Because no, no. And I understand the concept of community. I do. I get it. I get it. I get it. But again, I am definitely asocial. I mm, 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 mm. I prefer to not have to deal with that. Truly. Oh, what we doing in the dark? Girl, I feel like showing my face today. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying. Hey, treasure girl, how you doing? I really did not feel like showing my face today. But yeah, like that's something I cannot stand at the church or whatever. But it's cool. Like I've been to a couple of like church picnics and stuff, and I'm like, this a vibe, this a vibe. But again, when they start asking me personal questions, that's when I want to dip out of there. Cause I don't want you asking me about who I am as a person. I don't want you talking to me, bro. Like like you want to know me. You talk about yourself. You tell me what you do. You don't need to know me for real. You don't need to know me. Cause that's the thing. And I think, I was talking with my husband and my mom about this like a few times over the past 6 months. Valid. I feel like we watching a podcast, but in a good way. Right. Thank you, y'all. But what was I saying? Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay. So I was telling them how I think I have a issue, a problem with wanting people to know me. Like I really feel like I do. Almost like I don't know if it's me being concerned about judgment or what. Cause for example, some of my friends, well, most of my friends, I have mentioned in passing, I have a YouTube channel. And some of them even know where it is. I'm asocial. Antisocial is kind of like, I feel like people confused. Let me Google because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. But I could have sworn that's not what that meant. They done changed the definition on Google. I know I'm not wrong. Anyways, okay. Antisocial, fine. F it, okay. Anyways, cause it say antisocial, contrary to the laws and customs of society, devoid of or antagonistic to sociable instincts or practices, not sociable, not wanting the company of others. Oh, I've been telling people the wrong thing. Oh, anyways, yeah, I'm antisocial, I guess. But anyways, oh, it for me. Oh, yes, new word. Yeah, because I could have sworn. Whatever. Listen, this what happens. Reading is fundamental, kids. This what happens when I don't be paying attention. Okay, so I and me too a little bit. Sometimes I don't feel like talking. Yeah, like so for me, I rather listen to people than talk about myself. Um, like I don't really like sharing about myself too much, which is crazy because I have a YouTube channel. But YouTube is different because I'm just talking in front of the camera. You know what I mean? It's not anybody in front of me. And to be fair, most of my intermediate family, they know how I am like when I be joking and stuff like that, as well as when I'm dead ass. Maybe I'm self-centered because I'm an overshare. Like I share too much sometimes. See, I feel like I overshare on YouTube versus real life. I feel like there are some people that I share with or I feel like I overshare with, but then I start overthinking. Yeah, I don't think that's being self centered. I think that's more so you just expressing yourself and being thorough about it. Me too, that and threads and with y'all sometimes. Yeah. And it's like, when you online, it's impersonal and it's not as, what's the word? I don't know. It's not as sensitive because to me, if I share something with people online, I don't give a damn. I don't care because I'm like, if somebody says something negative about it, you think I care? I don't know you. You don't know me. You don't know nothing about me. Sure, I shared something with you about a topic, but is that all of me? No. It's a minor piece of something that I shared. And if someone judges me for something that I share online, I don't care because I don't care about that person's opinion that much. That sounds very rude. But it's like if it's somebody random commenting on my video or like saying something out of pocket to me, I normally don't care because I'm like, well, I mean, that's you. I don't know you. You may have this thought process, but I'm from a different background, a different environment. I have different experiences. So I'm going to base my opinion on what I have experienced. And you can share something that you don't like about what I said. That's fine. But at the end of the day, I said what I said. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, you don't want people all the way in your business. Exactly. Exactly. Because I feel like, people can be judgmental. Now, for example, I remember when I started TikTok, like, well, I'm not on TikTok right now, but when I started my TikTok account, and I started like 3 different TikTok accounts, but only one I was really, really active on for like a month, anyways. So I started it, and then what happened was I did my best to make sure that nobody I knew in real life would freaking find me. I did my best to make sure nobody would find me. And for whatever reason, I think it was because me and my husband were sharing TikToks in our Discord. And it started pushing my content to him, and I was like, well, because I remember he had came in the room. He was like, yeah, so look at this, and it showed that it was recommending my page, and he was like, yeah, so gotta be careful about that. I was like, yeah, yeah. And then what ended up happening was, like, currently I haven't been on TikTok in like a month and a half, 2 months, or whenever it was they did that stuff. Your coworker, great auntie, gonna see it. Listen, I don't have coworkers on my stuff though. Family, depending. Some family are on my stuff. I blocked my mama and my daddy. I remember my mom was so offended when I explained that she was blocked because she kept commenting on old stuff. And I was just like, girl, why are you on my Facebook commenting on old pictures? And I blocked her. And she was like, oh, so you gonna block me? And I was like, I mean, maybe you should stop commenting on everything. Well, it's not my fault you was showing a little cleavage. And I'm like, you seen me in that before and you ain't had nothing to say then. Bro, you blocked your mama and did. I unblocked her recently, like in the past 2 years, but my dad's still blocked. I don't give a damn. If your boss got your number, they're gonna show as recommend. Yeah, they gonna get blocked too. I had some family from my stories on my YouTube, Instagram. That makes sense. Like, what if I want to say something off the walls? They always be having something to say. Yes, that too. Cause I remember, and this is probably one of the reasons why I feel the way I do. Because when I had my first YouTube channel, I was reacting to The Arrow, which is a DC show, a DC comic show, and I was reacting to Vampire Diaries, right? Now, mind you, my dad's side of family is very religious. Now, my siblings found out that I was doing YouTube. And I gave them my link. I was like, whatever, if y'all want to follow me, whatever. Now, one of them, I feel like I know who it was, but one of them, I guess, showed my dad my page. And he had I don't want to say he reached out to me. It was like I feel like he did reach out to me, or he had contacted me or whatever. And he was like, "Oh, I saw you got a YouTube page. What is that you're talking about? Vampires?" And I'm like, "Please get the hell off my page. Please get off my page." Because I knew he was going to be like, "Oh, vampires, demons, we Jesus." And I'm just like, "Bro, it's a show. Okay, I'm just critiquing what happened in the show." But that made me not want to even post on that page, to be honest, because of the experience of people I knew judging what I was posting or potentially critiquing stuff. Oh, Vampire Diaries, I'm listening to the story, just knows exactly. And I remember my Vampire Diaries content actually did really well on a channel I had before this one, where I had got like 30,000 views, and I was constantly raking in views because I had a Vampire Diaries series. However, the issue was too many people wanted Vampire Diaries content. They didn't watch anything else. Some of them followed me on this channel when I switched and started this channel, but most of them only wanted Vampire Diaries content. And I was just like, bro, there's only so much I can talk about. But anyways, but but yeah, so that experience kind of made me feel like I don't really like sharing stuff that I'm interested in, or like shows that I watch, because I don't like people judging me. Or, for example, the fact that I was in the cosplay, man, when people found out that I did cosplay, that was a different experience. Now, don't get me wrong, they thought it was cool because they liked, the end result of the cosplays I did. However, people were also kind of judgmental because they're like, you're a grown woman dressing up as cartoon characters. And I'm like, it's fun. I do what I want. And I get it, but I'm also like, I don't know. Again, I feel like because I'm kind of unconventional with a lot of stuff that I'm interested in, as far as like how my family would see it. Because, I feel like a lot of people like similar stuff that I like. But because of those experiences, I'm kind of just, mm, I don't really like sharing parts of myself with people I actually know for real. Almost like I be keeping people distant. And it's something I'm working on within myself. It's like I try to get better with it every year, where I share a little bit. But I would prefer if people talk about themselves more than I talk about myself. Or even the factor of, let's say, relationships, right? Oh, now I see why. Right. So I don't really talk about my relationship with my husband. Because if I'm being real with y'all, I feel like when you date and when you have a relationship, you should not share problems naturally. Like it's okay to talk to people or whatever, but at the same time you do have to be very careful about what you share with people you are close to. You need to be careful about what you share about your relationship with family, with friends, because once you share whatever it is, especially if it's bad, people interpret things how they gonna interpret things. You know what I mean? And people will perceive things the way they want to perceive them. And I remember when I was younger, I used to overshare a lot on social media. Oh, it was so bad. It was horrible. This is only a test. But anyways, so I remember, if somebody cheated on me or if I was going through an ordeal with my significant other at the time, I would overshare on social media. And then, thank you, girl. But I would overshare on social media and it was embarrassing. I'm not even going to lie to you. And I'm sure my friends felt mad embarrassed by me. And I remember also some one or two guys that I dated during those period of times. I remember they got annoyed with me because they're like, why are you telling everybody our business? And I'm like, why are you doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing? Because I need to vent. However, that was the wrong thing. I should have just dumped them. But, when I got older and dated other people, I realized it's probably for the best that I don't share. I don't overshare. I don't tell people about my relationship unless it's like to the point where I know I'm about to break up with this person. And I don't know. I also feel like you might not argue as much if you compatible with somebody for real, for real. Because I will say, with my husband, we have little debates, but we don't really argue for real. Like we never done anything to make each other like mad for real, for real. But some of my friends or people I know, they'll share about their situations, and I get it. Even though sometimes I'll be looking at them like, you really gotta be careful what you share with other people, because for me, because I'll peep certain things about people. I won't treat people differently if my friends tell me something or family tells me something about their significant other. I won't really judge them. Actually, you know what? I will judge them. I will judge them, but I won't treat them any differently. I'll just be like, dang, he ain't S. He ain't shit. But I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna, like, if we hang out, I'm not gonna mention that. I'm gonna keep it to myself. But actually, how did I get here? I don't even know why why I even started talking about this. But oh yeah, share. Okay. But yeah, I don't really share much about myself. I feel like YouTube is the place where people would really know more about me. Like, so this sounds very morbid, right? But hold up, hold up. But I remember I was telling my husband, I was like, I forgot how we got on this subject. Sorry, I'm typing something real quick. But actually, never mind. I'm not gonna tell y'all that. I'm not gonna tell y'all that. But I just think I'm a private person in real life, but online is like 5% of me. Scratch that. More like 15. 15%. I don't know. Like, I enjoy doing YouTube and I enjoy how much fun it is and how I get to express myself or be creative. But sometimes I do feel like I overshare too much, especially like in my vlogs. And the fact that I really be looking at myself like, girl, you really be coming on here in a bonnet and scarf. You need to do something about that. Cause why is that what you wear? Let me grab my dog because I know he about to be hooting and hollering. But but yeah. Also, I really like how this weather is breaking for us, even though they said it's supposed to snow next week, and I'm not a fan. Well, the end of this week. Sometimes I'll be wanting to do that. Wanting to do what? Don't. Give me a second, y'all. My husband. Hey, calm down, calm down. Give me a second. My husband is just got home. I'm about to put y'all on mute for a quick second. All right, y'all. I'm back. Oh, you said wear a bonnet. Yeah, that's something I need to stop doing myself. But I just don't be feeling like putting myself together on camera sometimes. Then I feel like I get judged because I like to watch kids shows from some of the people, and okay. Thank you. Yeah, like, what are you talking about? You're just gonna get hidden because I don't have time right now. But so I don't know. I don't think I have anybody actively around that would judge me for watching cartoons. You know what I mean? Like, I so do appreciate. I'll be watching Arthur or something. My husband just walk in the room and he like, you watching Arthur? And I'm like, yep. and then he'll just call me interesting, and then he'll leave back out. Or sometimes, every now and again, he'll watch it with me, and I love that. I love that for us. It's him being in the room and not saying anything for me. But anyways, but also my bad, y'all. My brother-in-law made us some cookies, so I'm just second on them right now. Even though it is 9:53 and I shouldn't partake in them, but I'm going to. I'm going to. Oh, that's so cute. I love that for y'all. Girl, when I tell you, let's do a little flashback. So, I remember there were a couple guys I dated in the past that thought me watching cartoons was childish, and then I realized that wasn't the one for me. You know what I mean? Cause how dare you? You good? I had to put some cookies away. I kept eating them. Listen, that's gonna be me. I want to say I had some female friends that thought watching cartoons were also childish, but I'm not friends with them no more. Cause I'm like, you should be able to watch whatever you want. Like, I still say it's just so crazy to me how people would judge people because they like something. You know, it'd be one thing if I was obsessed about something, like on some My Strange Addiction. But it's another thing if it's just I enjoy watching cartoons. Even anime, watching anime was a problem for some people. And I'm like, why? The stories are so well written. But I don't know. It's just like I don't know, because I had a couple people that I've met over the course of years where they thought some of the shows and the interests I had were childish. And to me, or they would judge me for them. And I was always, like, well, I still say, the main thing that I say when it comes to people who watch sports, I'm like, you watch big guys run around on the field and chase a ball. To me, that sounds crazy because there's no storyline or nothing. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you like. However, don't judge me if you don't want me to judge your stuff back, you know? These cookies taste so good. But sometimes I be thinking about starting a podcast myself, but I don't know what I would consistently talk about, to be honest. What do you even talk about? It's crazy. I normally don't like nuts in my cookies, but this is actually pretty good. I don't know. If I ever did do a podcast, though, I would probably have to have all the episodes pre-recorded like a year or two out. Because there's no way I could keep up with it, and I would have to do it in seasons or something. Like, there are a couple of YouTube podcasts that I watch, or not watch consistently. And it reminds me of like radio talk shows. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. Like what you did, the Rose Rundown, where you were talking about current events and then, you would throw in some personal stuff in there occasionally. I like that. Because it did give radio update type of vibe. But, I don't know. I feel like there's so many different things that I do want to do or I'm interested in. But will I actually do those things is a different question. Completely different question. Like, I'm still supposed to be working on my blog, which I will add that to my list of things to do for next month. I really keep putting this junk off. You know what I need to get into? Making homemade cookies and like homemade baked goods instead of buying stuff in the box. Because I swear it just tastes so much better and so much fresher. But anyway, mm, it's always so interesting to me when people be going through stuff and they want to leave their state. I always thought that was such an interesting concept to me because don't get me wrong, sometimes people will find something new for themselves in another state. And sometimes things will work out, but then I notice that some people will come right back. And maybe it's because they had to do some growing somewhere else. Or it could be for another job opportunity. Not the cookie breaking apart. But yeah. But I think I'm gonna make this a short live because I don't know. It's 10:01 right now. And I know I got some editing I need to do. For sure. And I need to finish reading that book. I still did not finish reading that book. And it's crazy because I got books in my cart right now that I really want to read. I need to just schedule time to read. I really do versus not doing it at all. I don't know. See, YouTube didn't even update me that you were messaging me this whole time. That's what I be wondering too. It'd be so demanding. That's why I stopped finished filming mine. Oh yeah, the podcast. I would say because I actually really enjoyed it. It's just for some reason YouTube wasn't pushing it the way they should have. Oh yes, like the stuff will still be with you. Okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, that book you had in that one vlog. Yeah. Like I'm still reading. Well, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't picked it up in a minute. Seriously, I had it on top messages again. The thing is, I had it on all messages, but I noticed YouTube will do this thing where it will not show me all the messages. Sometimes it's like I'll have to go to the chat filter and take it off of all messages, put it on top messages, and then click on to all messages again. Because for some reason it's like it's slowly loading or not loading at all until I refresh it. Excuse me. But what was I saying? Oh, and I really want to journal too, cause I really want to show y'all what my journals look like when I finish them. Um, I don't know. And then I was thinking too, I need to actually like I have my Discord released, but I haven't actually talked about it. So maybe I'll talk about it in a vlog or something. Cause I was thinking too with how YouTube went down today. Well, the homepage went down. I was like, see, this is why it's very important to make sure people are connected with you somewhere outside of YouTube. That way you won't lose your community completely. You know what I mean? Because that's always the concern that I have. So I really need to start mentioning in videos, hey, I have a Discord if you want to talk with me outside of YouTube or follow my Instagram. But again, the main thing I don't like about Instagram is for some reason, Instagram keeps doing this thing that I do not like. And I don't know if you've had a similar experience, but Instagram, for example, somebody could follow me from Instagram, right? From my YouTube. And YouTube will start, I mean, not YouTube, Instagram is connected to Facebook Meta, right? And I've had a couple of people who I know for a fact do YouTube show up on my Facebook as recommended friends. And I don't like that. Because it's like now people could see what my name is, my real name, if they paid attention anyways. Cuz technically I try not to share the same photos that are on my Instagram to anywhere personal. That way nobody can like cross-reference and search me on Google to connect those pages and find my actual personal pages. Like you really got to be careful online. You really do. Oh, I haven't had that issue. The Instagram I use for YouTube is separate from my personal Instagram. Maybe I should have did that. Cuz it's like it's separate but it's under the same email. So I think I should have used a different email. And if they have tried following my personal one, I'm deleting them. Sometimes I want to make a secret Instagram just to post stuff on it. But I'm like, I could always do that with Pinterest. Pinterest ain't, I don't know. People been talking about how Pinterest ain't really the same no more. I guess it depends what you post and how active you are. Because I thought about starting another Pinterest account. That's why I made the one for the channel. I got shy. Understandable. Because it's a few people on YouTube that are YouTubers and they personal Facebook page showed up on my Facebook. And I'm like, I know you're effing lying. I instantly blocked them. Instantly. Because I was like, that's crazy. Because I've been wondering lately how come Facebook keeps showing me people that I don't know. And I'm like, do these people follow me on Instagram or something? And I don't like that. I really don't. And it has me thinking, I don't know. Maybe I should start another Instagram um from a different account or something, which I might do cuz I do not like that. But question. So with your Instagram, is it connected to your same number or is it like a different number or different email from the one that your personal is on? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that too. I also need to change my YouTube email to be honest. Cause my biggest fear is getting hacked and I can't get into that email because yeah. So I'm gonna probably change my YouTube email as well. But yeah. I got gas. I'm not gonna lie. I actually like not having to show my face and just yapping. I feel like it's just I feel like it's so much easier to do versus me having to get ready and show my face. Oh, they fixed it. Okay. That made me laugh so hard, girl. It's cuz I had cheese and ranch. Like earlier, I skipped breakfast. I didn't eat breakfast. I ended up just making these pizzas from Aldi's and then I made some chicken tenders. And then before I got on here, um I cut up some potatoes with some olive oil and different seasonings. And I put them in a pan with some broccoli and I baked them. Then I made some garlic parmesan chicken. Man, it could stop trying to rain. Somebody gonna have problems. How long has it been raining there? Like it's not time for spring yet. Not time. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm probably just gonna watch Yo America's Next Top Model video and not even watch the actual documentary because I feel like it's just gonna annoy me. I do feel like it's gonna annoy me. Especially with the responses and stuff I've seen people talk about on threads. And that's why I needed to stay off threads because they really told me some stuff where I'm just like, yeah, I'ma just wait till Jasmine posts her review. So I'ma probably just watch your review in a little bit. It rained yesterday and then when it rain tomorrow. Girl, yeah, cause I was like annoyed. I called Janice to be where a couple times. Was she in there? Was Janice in there? Cause I was wondering. I didn't see any clips of her. And another contestant too. But she was mentioned they got another one coming on E. or March 11th. Janet's gonna be on that one. Yeah, so I don't like this because to me it just seems like they're basically efficient and posting this, doing this cloud thing so they can release this new episode, this new show, which is like, so you're doing this all for clout, basically, is what you're telling me, because y'all need some money. uh, really something. Yeah, and then there's supposed to be one for Prices Right now. That one I'm intrigued. Oh, a documentary on Prices Right? I actually will watch that. Cause I love Prices Right. I still be guessing what the cost of stuff is gonna be whenever we go grocery shopping. I forgot what the other one was. Yeah, I would watch a Prices Right documentary. To be honest, I would watch a Wheel of Fortune one as well. Cause I always watched Prices Right, Wheel of Fortune, and Jeopardy. Now, does E have an app? I do wonder. Hmm. I would say because I I do not have the cable. But I know sometimes E will post full episodes of stuff on uh on their actual channel. Like I was really interested in watching. I don't know if you used to watch the show, but Kimora Lee Simmons, she had this show called Life in the Fab Lane, and that was like one of the first reality TV shows that I watched. And I was really invested. But she came out with a new show, TV show, and I think that one is on Paramount, I think. I can't remember. But I don't know. I think I watched like one episode. I really liked that show. I used to watch that. I used to watch Reverend Run's House. And then I think Vanessa and Angela Simmons had a show too that I watched because it was talking about them doing pastry that I really liked. I still want some of them shoes. I really do. Let's look actually. Pay uh pastry shoes. Cause I bet you can't find them nowhere. I completely forgot about this place. Oh, they do have some shoes still around. Not the ones I wanted though. Hmm. Oh, those are cute. I actually would wear those. I may get me some pastry shoes. One in stock. I feel like ain't nobody gonna buy these anytime soon. I'll just add them to the cart, and then if they get bought, well, it wasn't meant to be. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get off in like 10 more minutes. But excuse me. That's the only thing. That's probably why I do need to show my face though, because I feel like I'm too relaxed. Like I'm on the phone now because I didn't turn my camera on. Cause I definitely had topics. I just was like, yeah, I don't feel like showing my face right now. I'ma just yap. Oh, but that's what I was talking about. Yeah, I wonder where everybody at. I don't know. Like I don't know if they got a notification or anything since YouTube was acting weird. Let me see, can I pull up YouTube now? Yeah, okay, it's fine now. But I'm a I do appreciate you for showing up though, girl. Cause I would have been talking to myself. I probably would have fell asleep. Actually, I would have got off here at the 30-minute mark, to be honest. Oh, you're welcome always. Also, girl, I'm so proud of you. I had saw your stats for some of your recent videos. Let me pull up your channel. Cause I was like, oh, I see you. Like the well, baddies be doing good, but the strange addiction one and caught in the act. Love to see it. Oh, one thing though, don't forget to change your thumbnail for the girlfriends one. Cause even though that's a cute picture of you, I feel like people probably might not know that it's about girlfriends, the series. The shift definitely helped. Right. I'm like, okay, this show can stay strange addiction. One gonna be eating butter. Somebody was eating butter and cat food? That's crazy. Ain't no way. Oh yeah, I never put a thumbnail for that when I got lazy. I feel it. But you never know, it could pop off later. The other channel, I'm just posting just to post. So are you posting on that channel just to separate it for fun? Or did you have any goals in mind for that channel? Now my gaming channel, I could get some traction if I posted more. You really could. Are you gonna do the Shrek Fiona Sims over there? Yes, to separate it. I knew based off this content, I probably wouldn't be able to get monetized off of it. I mean, you never know. You know, maybe. Oh, excuse me. Maybe after a little period of time, cause I told myself for the main channel, I was gonna give myself 3 years to post on it and then reevaluate how I wanted to proceed with things. But I think I didn't realize how much I would enjoy posting on YouTube. So I'm probably just gonna keep doing it till whenever, honestly. And yes, probably habit is space. Yeah, because I love watching your vlogs. Thank you. I appreciate that. I enjoy vlogging because I just get to yap. I don't have to do anything. But I don't know. I do wish it got more views. I need to work on my thumbnails. I also got to do reviews on that channel because I have reviews from December I still need to post. Some of them I'm probably going to delete because I'm like, like you do them in your own way. I appreciate that. I don't know. I do like watching some people vlog on YouTube, but for example, your vlogs give me old YouTube energy, which I like. I prefer people to do vlogs like that versus I don't know. I really don't like the cookie cutter vloggers that are out now where it's like I don't even know how to explain it, but a lot of them are on TikTok, they're on YouTube, they're everywhere. And they all have the same aesthetic. They all wear the same type of clothes. They all drinking the same drinks. They all buy the same makeup. It's like I don't know, it's weird. Excuse me. It's really weird to me that people are doing and moving the same exact way. Me too. I don't know how people do vlogging channel and get views. I don't either. Cause sometimes well, I don't know. I really don't know how people start vlogging and they pop off instantly. It's too perfect. It is. It's perfect. And then it's like they all come from the same factory, and I don't like that. They all reading the same books. Even them talking about God is similar. I don't know. It's just the way they hair is the same. They got the same hairstyles. It's just I don't know. It's just weird. Really weird. Like almost jarring that everybody is doing the same thing or acting the same or wearing the same clothes. I don't know. I prefer people to share their unique experiences. Or the fact that everybody tries to have the same like apartment setup. Like I remember I was watching this one girl who got a new apartment, right? And she was excited about it at first, but then after a while, I guess she was on TikTok and she noticed a whole bunch of other girls had like the clean girl white aesthetic type of apartments. And she started feeling some type of way about her apartment, saying she needed to move somewhere else. And I was just so baffled by that because I'm like, well, you should be happy that you got your first apartment and this is a nice place, it's in a nice neighborhood, you're safe. The apartment is actually set up very nice. But because she saw that other girls had certain aesthetics, she wanted to match the aesthetic. And I thought that junk was so strange to me because I'm like, when you start comparing yourself to other people, you start not appreciating what you have, and you don't take time to like evaluate that you have something good already. Okay, 45 minutes later, I'm back. Hey, girl. All that just for content. That's insane. Right, should be happy to have somewhere to live. Who cares if it don't look like somebody else's? That's sad to her. Yeah, and I was just like, bro, I don't understand. Like, I really don't get how you could be you have your apartment, your first apartment. You so happy about it. And then, you know, your audience clearly sees that you're happy about it. Hey Grace, how are you? And then what ends up happening is 2 or 3 weeks later, you realize some girls that you follow on TikTok have an apartment aesthetic that you really wanted to have. And, well, or I should say, you didn't really want to have that aesthetic, but you want it because they have it. And now you're not as happy about the apartment that you bought with your own money. I could not imagine comparing that hard. Like, it's one thing if you move into a place and then, your water not working the way it's supposed to, or you can't connect to the internet, or something like that. But it's like you went from happy about your new place to being upset and feeling like this ain't it because you watch some girls you follow on YouTube get a new place that does a certain aesthetic, and now you feel like your place is less than because you want to be the same. I don't know, it's just a weird concept to me. And it really makes you think about how people compare their lifestyles online and how dangerous that junk is, or like how it affects your mental health. Oh, to compare like that is sad. I just talked about comparing in my video. Comparison causes depression. That's unfortunate. You posted a video. I'm gonna have to go watch that, girl. She was jealous about the place where I feel like you should match other people things. Yeah, it's like what they say. Comparison is a thief of joy. Cause my thing again, it was just really weird to see her go from being happy to a video or two later not being happy. This was some years ago. I don't know what that girl doing now. But I don't know. I really wonder what the studies are going to show when it comes to social media, the impact of social media on the psyche. I know they've already done some, but man, we've seen an influx of influencers and YouTubers and content creators, and I know it's going to be some studies that show some unfortunate results. Hey, Grimy, how are you? But but yeah, I don't know. I just I it's just really unfortunate to see how people compare and people evaluate what they have, what they don't have, and how they feel like because they don't have the same things as other people, especially content creators, they don't think they're doing as well, or they want their content to be exactly like other people's. And that's the thing that I don't like. I really don't like that so many content creators are want to be the same. Cuz to me it's boring. That was one thing that was one of the reasons why I had to change my TikTok algorithm and I started searching other stuff. And even my YouTube page, that's why I started actually actively searching for smaller YouTubers to watch, because when I tell you, it was just the same stuff. And a lot of people will complain and say, "Oh, um I can't tell you how many videos where, because I made a video about this myself. I think it was last year or year before last, where people kept saying how YouTube was boring. It's nothing good to watch on YouTube. And I was explaining how YouTube is boring because you're boring, because you're not taking the time out to go out of your way to search other types of content so that YouTube can recommend you other types of newer content. Because it's like if you're watching the same cookie cutter people, YouTube is only going to recommend you the same cookie cutter people. And I feel like people don't understand how algorithms work. Oh, like this newer generation is going to be lost. Brain's going to have loose wires. Exactly. Because, like, don't get me wrong, some of the newer generation can be intelligent. However, some of them are very much follow, follow, follow. Even millennials are follow, follow, follow to a degree. And I don't know, it's just weird to me because I'm like, it's okay to be you. It's okay to be interested in specific things or, have different hobbies and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, that's the other thing that I kind of don't like. Um, cause what was it? It was around like October. I was searching up different content ideas. And I started running across this part of TikTok that was talking about hobbies. And I'm like, cool. So I started finding different stuff I was interested in, right? However, I got to this side of TikTok where I noticed people were making specific hobbies trendy and everyone was starting to buy the same exact things and push the same exact products. And I'm just like, not y'all infiltrating a hobby niche like like y'all do the makeup and the beauty and the hair niche where y'all doing the same stuff. It's just so interesting. I came up watching Kingsley and Glozell. They were just silly in themselves back in the day. So I know Glozell, but I don't know who Kingsley is. Cause I remember Glozell and it's so sad what happened with Glozell. I'm gonna come back to that. I used to, well, there's one Sims YouTuber I still watch from back then. Sims was how I started. See, I love that. Right, I thought that was really cool. I'd be concerned about some of those food YouTubers who be eating all that food. Girl, girl. The mukbangers, I'll never forget when I was doing mukbangs and mukbang is different. You know what I mean? Like, I like doing mukbangs when I have something to chat about. She was choking on something. Yes. Because that was the main video that I watched of hers. And then I watched some of her other content. The cinnamon challenge was crazy. That was a crazy time. I'm not going to lie. But I remember when I was doing mukbangs, though, I noticed a few weird things about it. Because it's like there were some people who would watch my mukbangs, and then some people actually liked when I would talk about certain stuff because sometimes I would share like personal stories or like certain thoughts I was having, and some people liked that, and then they would end up watching my other content. But then you had some weirdos slip through the cracks where it's one thing if you on ASMR energy, but somebody was like, "Ooh, I love the way you eat." Whatever it was I was eating, and then they was like, "Next time, zoom in on your mouth." I was like, "Yeah, we're done. We're done." Because you're weird. You're being weird. Mukbangs is good for talking, but people who just smacking 2 times zoom is on. Exactly. I don't like that. I really don't like stuff like that. It's like, it's one thing if you eating and you sharing a story. or you sharing a topic? Because it's some YouTubers I watch that do mukbangs, and I only watch them if they doing like story times. I don't want to just sit there and listen to you eat. I want you to talk about something. Like B Love took the seafood too far. And the muk okay. I remember when she first started doing the seafood boils and like the crab and stuff like that. And so many people started focusing on seafood boils too much, and I'm just sitting here like, bro, you're not supposed to eat that much seafood, y'all. You're not supposed to eat that much seafood. That's just like another thing that was really popular on TikTok for the last 2 months. People were making these sardine plates, right? Now, I was sitting here because I bought some sardines and I'm gonna try some on camera. I'm so scared because if they got eyeballs, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. I really hope it's not nasty. Anyways, that's stress for another day. Or yes, it became normalized. But now people are making these sardine plates, right? And people are buying up the sardines and eating them and eating them. And I'm like in confusion because I'm like, even though, whenever it comes to TikTok trends, I always look stuff up before I try it. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody shares some new health craze, I'm not just gonna blindly start using it because some random people are telling me, "Oh, I like this. It's good. I like this." I'm going to still do my research. But so many people are making these sardine plates daily. And if you look it up on Google, it clearly says you're not supposed to eat sardine like that because of the mercury in it. And these people are eating it daily. And I'm just like, bro, we are cooked. We are absolutely cooked because y'all will just take something that y'all see on the internet and run with it. Y'all won't even like do any research of the impact it could have on your health. Y'all be taking these supplements. Y'all not doing no research about them. Y'all doing mukbangs, not eating a reasonable amount of food. It's just so many problems. Y'all buying stuff y'all don't need to be buying. Like, bro, I don't know. The internet is a great thing, but also social media is a dangerous place, especially if you don't think. But back to Glozell, right? So, did y'all hear what happened with Glozell? Um, I was watching. It was something she was on in the past couple years, and she was sharing how basically she went from it's too influential for all the wrong things. It really is. It really is. So Glozell, Glozell, was this black woman. Normally, she would have on, was it only bright green lipstick? But she used to wear like curly hair. And the main thing I remember her for is the cinnamon challenge, where she took a spoonful of cinnamon and she was trying to swallow it and ended up choking. But she ended up being a really popular person on YouTube. Like she ended up interviewing the Obamas, um, different people. She ended up interacting with different celebrities, stuff like that. But she ended up, I don't know if she wasn't making enough money or if she lost certain money or she didn't navigate endorsements or navigate business properly or whatever. But she ended up going from being well known to basically being homeless, I guess, in so many words, allegedly. And that's the thing about, fame on the internet. It's like you really got to have a business plan if you pop off somewhere. You know what I mean? Cuz so many people they'll say, "Oh, I want to be internet famous or YouTube famous or TikTok famous. That's just like I remember. So every now and again, I'll watch these deep dive videos about people who are trying to make it as content creators on TikTok. And it was basically this roundup of videos of people sharing how you can have a whole bunch of followers on TikTok and you won't be making any money from it. Like it was this one girl, she had like 2 million followers on TikTok, but she was saying she was still working at like Target or somewhere and that she basically wasn't making any money from TikTok at all because she made shorter videos, she wasn't making the longer videos. Or because of the content she made, she was thinking, oh, because I have so many views, because I have a lot of followers, brands will reach out to me, but they weren't checking for her. And I also feel like a lot of people don't realize sometimes you have to reach out to brands yourself. You can't just wait for brands to reach out to you sometimes. But yeah, it was a couple of different people that were sharing their experience where they were like, "Yeah, I have a whole bunch of views. I have all these followers on TikTok, but they're not converting into anything or brands are not working with me." And it's like, "Well, switch up your content. Don't just be saying jokey jokes. Like talk about something else. Like, talk about your day to day where you can insert some products or something." I just think so many people don't know how to navigate um internet fame, I guess, where they could use it to their advantage to make some money from it. And then you have other people who want the internet fame, but it probably wouldn't be for the best for them to have it because again, no one really talks about the impact having a lot of eyes on you can do to you. Like earlier today, my husband and I, we were talking about, I don't know if y'all know who she is, India Love. She's like one of the, and I hate to say this because she was young when she first started doing like Instagram and Tumblr. But she was like one of the first Tumblr girls or like Instagram baddies, even though she was a youth. Oh, I know her. Don't know what her purpose is. Honestly, her purpose was just to be pretty. um, but I guess a lot of people were irritated with her yesterday, last night, or within the past couple days because I guess she was live streaming. I think it was on Twitch. I don't know. And she was sharing how I guess she what did she I didn't even watch the clip, but I know people were talking about how she said she did a whole bunch of bad stuff she shouldn't have did when she was younger, and now that she's turning 30 or is 30, that she wants to turn her life over to God, I guess, and a lot of people were clowning her for that. And my thing is, it's nothing wrong with turning your life over to God, you know what I mean? But I feel like a lot of people be judging her, but in my eyes, I'm like, I feel like people forget how long she's been well known. And it's like, don't get me wrong. I don't know nothing about that girl for real. I just know she was a pretty girl that was on Tumblr and on Instagram that probably shouldn't have been dressed the way that she was, considering she was underage at that time. But because it unfortunately attracted the wrong type of audience, which was like grown men that shouldn't have been looking at her the way that they were, which is one of the reasons why the even though I feel like people knew how old she was, I really do. and they were lying, acting like they didn't. Because I remember, it was an issue that the game was talking to her, which he shouldn't have been talking to her. But I don't know. I feel like when you have people like that end up blowing up off of social media at a young age and stuff, especially for the stuff that they blow up off of YouTube, social media for, it's like whoever they are around and the type of people that are talking to them, I don't know. It's not. Okay, first I'll say this. Oh, shaking my head, and I mean, okay. I agree, some Christians are really judgy. I'm not judgy. I'm judgy. However, I mind my business. Like, if I see something, I'm gonna be like, I wouldn't do that. But I'm gonna mind my business because it ain't my business to judge you. I'm gonna judge you in my head, but I ain't gonna say nothing. Like, but in her case, and this is what I mean with a lot of girls, I feel like if you get popular off of being pretty and then, the wrong type of people follow you and support you, sometimes you do get a big head. Because we've seen it happen with a multiple of different women and men, where it's like they're conventionally attractive and all these people are following them just because they look attractive. And then they start streaming or doing some other type of content, and then you realize, oh, there's nothing going on up in that head. You know what I mean? Someone should have probably got some book learning or, expanded their horizons a little bit more instead of just focusing on looks. Um, but in her case, I feel like because she blew up off the internet and had a big following off the internet, and then for whatever reason BET gave her and her family a little reality TV show. I don't know what that was about. I really don't know what that was about and what that purpose was. But I guess she did certain things in her life that she wasn't proud of, and now she going to God. Now, whether it's real or not is a completely different story. You know what I mean? Because unfortunately, I have met quite a few people that will do a whole bunch of stuff and then they'll turn over to God. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. However, when you make that change, you're supposed to change the way you operate. You're not supposed to be doing the same stuff. But I don't know. I don't even know how I got here. But I just think people people will judge people on the internet and not really see the whole picture of everything because it's like you don't know these people for real. We don't know these people. We don't know what they got going on. I do be looking at people like, man, you let the internet know all this information. Information we probably didn't need to know. Some stuff should be private. That's why I look at some people where when they agree to have reality TV shows, I'm always baffled. Cause it's like I understand y'all making money off of this reality TV show, but do you really want to show people all these things going on in your life so that people can judge you or people can have opinions about your personal life? That's insane. That's like, for example, I'll be honest, I'll be completely transparent. I remember I did. I used to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Unfortunately, I did. And I watched, I think, the first 2 or 3 seasons when they came out. And I thought it was a very baffling show for a lot of reasons. For a lot of reasons, because I'm just like, why is this family famous? And then when I found out who the Kardashian father was, I think he was one of the lawyers on the OJ trial or something like that. So that's how he had the money. But then I found out, oh, I guess for whatever reason, because Kim busted open with Ray J. For some reason, they gave his family a show, which is crazy to me because, again, who are these people? Why do these people have a show? I don't know. Like, I really think it just gave, oh, these are attractive people in this family and we can follow them for drama or something. I used to love that show down. Now I haven't watched it in years. Yeah, her and her coochie. Man, and I actually did like the show. I really did. But then for some reason I stopped watching it. I can't remember why. I watched it. She wasn't doing anything good. He was doing all the work. I I didn't even see it. I didn't see it. I seen like that one little snapshot cuz I felt like it was just going to annoy me. I did. But yeah, it's like Ray J the reason why you famous. See, and Ray J should have had a show. I'm like this boring as if girl. And I keep hearing it was awful. It was horrible. But yeah, but you know Chris Jenner, she be working. Like I remember one specific episode, I think in the first season, where Kim was dating Reggie Bush at the time, which is a football player. And I think it was like either his birthday or Valentine's Day or something like that. And she had like a risque photo shoot done, but she turned it into like a calendar. And I remember her mom accidentally put it in like a store or something, like where she got it placed in a store to be sold. And Kim ended up finding out that it was being on sale in stores, and she was really mad at her mom about it. And her mom acted like, "Oh, I thought that's what you wanted," basically. And it was just like, her mom is something else. Like, they mom is something else. Don't get me wrong. She is a marketing genius. However, horrible. Horrible. But, um, I forgot where I was going with this. But she, regardless, I don't know why they for real got famous. I really don't. Okay, I guess I'll go 2 hours. I wasn't about to, but I've been yapping for this long. I might as well. but but yeah, when it comes to social media though, people really just put too much stock in it, I feel like. Like, don't get me wrong, I would love, 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 love to make a substantial amount of money from YouTube, specifically to pay my student loans. I would love that for me. Realistically, will it happen? I don't know. It would be nice, but I feel like YouTube would have to push me more. Obviously, I'd have to post more. I just don't be feeling like editing. I really don't. That's always the issue. Cause I was telling my husband I was feeling burnt out. And I keep going through these periods where I feel burned out. It's like I have topic ideas, I have videos I've edited. I just need to edit them and then post them. Because some of them I feel like would do really well. But I think I'll just be self sabotaging myself sometimes. And I overthink sometimes. And I gotta stop doing that. And I barely vlogged this week. Well, last week, which is crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little down. I can't tell. But anyways, I gotta wash my hair. Oh, I get it. A little tired. A break is always nice. See, but I'm always taking breaks. I gotta stop doing that. Cause I don't know. I really wish I could have did what I originally said I was gonna do in December until I got sick, where I was going to batch record and edit a whole bunch of stuff so I could be ahead of things. And a part of me still thinks I might go ahead and do that. Um, because I was supposed to be far ahead with Moesha. Did not do that. I was supposed to be 2 months ahead in movie reactions. Did not do that. And I need to do that because there are certain things I had planned for the next like 3, 4 months. So I don't know. It's just my editing process does take a long time. Like I've been able to efficiently edit as best as I can, but the process still takes a long time because it's given when I finish doing the notebook reaction, it's given part-time to full-time job hours because of how much time I put into it. And because I'm not getting paid, the motivation is not there. However, it's like, let's say I was getting paid, I would probably feel pressure to post. So now I need to do what you do, where you schedule videos months out. That's what I need to work on because this recording, editing, and uploading in the same amount of time ain't it. It's really not it. And I think I'm gonna go back to doing music reactions for a little bit because those were easier for me to edit. And I think I might just do that in Moesha after I finish this notebook reaction. Um, and do that weekly and then start dropping the movies later because it would be easier for me. And I really want to start reacting to some more Disney movies because so far I've did 2 Disney movies and I really enjoyed doing those. But I also kind of want to wait till I get monetized. But I don't know. Because I look at other people's numbers or how much they make and it's like you could be waiting and then you realize you ain't gonna get no money. But right, I get what you mean. Yeah, like I need to find some easier stuff to edit and toss up that's not gonna be what's the word? As stressful as the movies. Also, that won't take as much space up in my phone when I need to break stuff down. Like I made a list of music videos I'm gonna react to and I'm gonna probably try to record some next week. I was about to say I'm gonna record some tomorrow. I'm not. I'm gonna just focus on the notebook for right now. I wanted to have movie reviews up until May recorded, but I overdid it this month with the content I did. Girl, didn't you post every single day? You was really grinding this month. I applaud you because like I was looking and and some of the videos were kind of long too. That's why I was like, you really cranking them out. Cause me, no. And originally I was gonna do 30 days of 30 uploads next month. I'm definitely doing it in April. I am definitely doing 30 days of 30 uploads in April because I do not see that happening for March. Yes, well, some I was trying to do it for Black History Month. Next year, movie reviews only, and if baddies. I understand that makes sense. Because I feel like movies definitely do better versus TV shows, depending on what TV show it is. Or, like, let's say if you did a pilot episode, because it's a couple channels where all they react to is the first episode. But yeah, for February anyways. That makes sense. Oh my god. I actually bought some DVDs. I'm debating when I'm gonna do that DVD haul. Once I actually get the reactions up is probably when I'll do the DVD haul because I want to be able to refer back to them if somebody watches my video like, yeah, I just bought this and then be like, yeah, I just reacted to it if y'all want to watch it. Cause I'm telling you, linking back to videos, like shouting out your videos in your videos helps so much, I've noticed. For me anyways. Cause sometimes people will go and watch playlists when I link them in the comments or certain videos if I link them. But I also want to do some cosplays this year because I didn't. Well, I think I did two cosplays last year, and I was online shopping earlier, and I found some stuff for some of the cosplays I want to do, and I was like, I have to buy this. Because I haven't cosplayed in a minute. And I missed that because that was like one of my fun hobbies that I would do for myself. I actually have some cosplays I could do now. I should probably figure out if I fit that stuff. Man, I am so glad I just muted y'all. Because my gosh, that cheese going through me. but, um, but yeah, I need to get ahead of the game, be more motivated, and do what I'm supposed to do because I feel like I've been slacking since the beginning of this year. I really have. And I am close to getting monetized. But again, I feel like I'm self-sabotaging or like I just keep getting burnt out and I need to force myself. I really do. I think I need to dye my hair and make myself feel better. Try on these wigs to see if they look cute on me. I think that's what I'm gonna do tonight. I'm gonna look in my office and organize some stuff. Even though it's 11 o'clock, I think I'm gonna just do that. And then, because I do miss recording in my office with the white background. You got this, girl. I appreciate you. Because the motivation been lacking. It truly has. And I know people tired of me saying, oh, I'm going to post this week. And then I post nothing. Sometimes I feel bad and a little guilty when I say I'm going to post something and then I don't post it. But then other times I'm like, you know what? Hey, y'all gonna get it when y'all get it. Like, I don't know. I feel like, I just think if people don't create content themselves, they don't be getting how much time it takes to make something. Or they don't realize the effort it takes to make something, so they may think, oh, you just posting a video on YouTube. And it's like, yes, but this took me a lot of time to make. Hey, T Berries, I'm actually about to get off. You're welcome. Gotta cheer you on. I appreciate you. They really don't. Yeah, because it's like, whenever I explain to people how long editing can take me sometimes, they'll be like, "What?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, because I do a lot of cuts and I take out a lot of stuff, or and then I put it in the memes, or with the fine. It's 11:08. I give you 20. So 11:28. I'm getting off. Hey, girl, how are you? But yeah, it just takes a lot of time. I will say I've been liking going live much more because I don't have to think. I'm rolling. Like, I swear, that's the thing about going live, bro. It's like for some reason, it's like YouTube be knowing we about to get off, and then that's when they show stuff. Or, maybe people could be busy, but I'm like, dang. But I swear, going live is the best. And sometimes I be thinking maybe I should just go live daily until I get monetized. Sometimes. But am I gonna do that? Hell no. I'm not gonna do that. However, I'm not gonna lie, me sitting on here and not having to put on makeup or like sit in front of a camera and set up has me thinking I could probably do that. I could literally probably hop on live just doing it like this. I was hanging out with my partner. Okay, I see you, girl, hanging out with your man. I see you. That was a struggle, I'll tell you what. Yeah, that's the only thing about going live, because it can be draining. However, surprisingly, I'm not drained tonight, but again, I don't know if it's because I'm not on screen right now and I'm just sitting on the couch in a completely different room that I'm naturally in, or how do you know it's a man? Okay, chilling with your boo thing with a cooch. Okay, I see you. Hey, listen, love who you love. You know what I'm saying? Even though personally, never mind, that's too personal. I was about to say something out of pocket. Jazz, are you going live tomorrow? I am, maybe. I hope she do. Wink wink. Since you can't see me wink right now. But I thought Scrubs came on tomorrow cuz I was going to review. When does it come on? You know, I remember when I had some lesbian friends. Actually, more associates. They were cool. They were cool peoples. But sometimes I did feel like they was trying to convert me. I'ma shut up. The 25th. Oh, okay. I had one too. She's still with her girlfriend. See, I love that. I love that. I love when people end up making it work, not convert you. That made me want to never buy. I don't know, because it's a man though, but I just like saying partner. I like to confuse people. You would have definitely confused me because, or I would have thought you were bisexy. And the reason why I say that is because T Berries, you do be saying some stuff where I'm like, oh, she's about the sausage. She's about that hot dog life. You know what I mean? So when you said that, I was kind of taken aback, like, whoa, 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 dude, I don't know you that well. Oh, it is a man. I see. Yeah, cause I was like, wait. How did we miss that? Like the way you speak with us. How did we pass that up? Cause I was about to be like, I got questions now. But what the people say, strictly dickly. Yeah, I was about to say. That's why I said I was about to ask some questions because I'm like, are you bisexy? And if you are, which do you prefer? Oh, I got problems. I think I know maybe one person who is, and sometimes I'll be one to ask, but then at the same time, I don't because I feel like they're gonna be vulgar, and I don't want to know too much of your business. Like I be wanting to know some things, but not all the things. I'm just saying. Like, I'm just saying. But I was debating because I told myself that I was gonna attempt to potentially go live at lunch one day, but I don't know if that's actually ever gonna happen. I wanted just to see what the experience would be like because I've only gone live after 8 most days. I tried to dabble in my past, but never got the opportunity. Whoa. You can't just drop some prime factual information and then not expand about that. Tell us about the dabble. Tell us about the dabble. Because what do you mean I tried to dabble in my past but never got the opportunity? What does that even mean? I'm gonna need a little explanation, T Berries. I'm gonna need you to expand on that one. Now, wait a minute. Yeah, we nosy and is. Because, like, did you go on a date with the girl? Okay. Blah. A, a threesome? Now, do you mean it was two girls, one guy, or three girls? Like, was this only physical or was this emotional? You know, that's what I'm always curious about. Cause physical is one thing, but it's like emotional where you actually go on a date is completely different. Now, did you follow through with that though? And if so, was it enjoyable for you? Or did you realize that wasn't for you? Cause I remembered, in my past, some people tried to swindle me into one. And I was like, whoa. Listen, I'm jealous. That's not my gig. It would have been two women and one man, but he took too long to find another woman, so I lost it. He probably wasn't expecting you to want to do it, to be honest. Or he probably thought, one thing I've learned from the people that I know of that have done that, especially if they've done it multiple times, I feel like the man will normally wait for the woman to bring the girl in some type of way from what I've seen. Um, I don't know. For me, like I remember I was talking to this one guy and he was like, what did he say? He gonna say some, oh, in order to be with me long term, that's what I'm gonna need you to do. And I was like, well, we could cut that right here. He was like, wait. And I was like, what you thought I was gonna do it? Cause I don't want that. Cause I know I won't be happy with those results. I was definitely down, but just shy. Hey, I mean, you have the rest of your life if you ever wanted to try it. He was tripping. He really was. It be the audacity of some guys. You know what I mean? Cause I don't know. For me, I've always been jealous. That's crazy that he gave an ultimatum. Mind you, we weren't even together. Like he said that almost like it was a requirement to be with him. I'm like, I'm gonna need you to look in that mirror and see what you look like. Like, cause I'm like, if you really think you about to pull, actually, you know what? I take that back because it's some uglies out there that definitely be pulling them. They be pulling them. Oh, I didn't mean to say uglies. I'm so sorry. Um, they be some unfortunate looking people. I'm gonna shut up. Like, but I don't know. I don't really know what the thought process be with some of these people, but they really be having me mad effed up. What did the twins say? Go home, Roger. Yes. Go home, Roger. Literally. Because how dare you? What made you think you could step to me like that? Absurd, I tell you. I don't know. The thought process of some people is very interesting, I must say. But I don't know. To be honest, I think it just really depends what you want out of it because one thing I will tell you about people that I know that have had them, you have to go into it not having no attachments to whoever you about to do that with because I've noticed when people start getting attachments, that's when stuff gets messed up and it happens every time. I've seen stuff unfold the same way every single time and I'm just like, you don't get attached to the third party. Like that is something you have to understand. No one can like the third party for real, for real. This got to be a one off, potentially will never happen again. Because, man, when somebody starts liking that third party, or the third party likes somebody a bit too much, that's when problems start happening. And stuff just start not going the way it's supposed to. But, but yeah. Oh my gosh. Low key, I could probably start cleaning while I'm on here with y'all, but I'm not. Oh, I hate having to pay bills, man. I swear. Then someone starts doing things with the third party without the other person can say, yes. That's exactly what normally happens. Because they'll think, oh, because we did it this one time together, that means it should be fine whenever. Like, no, that's not the way things supposed to go. But that's why it also depends too on when that person brings it up. Because I don't know about y'all, but for me, it was always a red flag if somebody brought it up within the first month of me dating them. Because I'm like, you just getting to know me. Why you think we gonna bring somebody else into this and we just getting to know each other? Saying that's something you want. Like, however, sometimes it was better for me to know because I'm like, well, I know I'm not gonna do that. So I know I'm not a good fit for you. And I don't understand. And that's why I understood that sometimes people will lie about who they are to you because when you first start dating, a lot of times people will tell you what they want, what they think you want to hear in the beginning, like them first 3 months. And then after them first 3 months, that's when stuff start either falling apart or they start showing you glimpses of themselves for real, for real. And like y'all, I remember I remember one guy lied to me about his religious belief. And when I looked back at that time, I was like, why would you do something like that? You tell me, because normally I don't care. You know what I mean? But however, I realized sometimes if you have a different religious belief from somebody, it definitely affects how it can affect how y'all relationship operates. Um, for example, in the situation that I'm talking about, this guy lied to me about his beliefs, but he was definitely an atheist. And I didn't realize this until one day he told me he didn't believe in God. And I was like, in very much confusion because I'm like, well, what transpired in the past 4 months? And he was like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, don't you remember one of our first conversations? You said you believed in God and had a relationship with God. And he was staring at me dumbfounded, like he completely forgot that he told me that. And I'm just like, this explains why you are the way that you are and why you operate the way that you operate. And to some degree, I understood because of his previous experience. However, I'm like, that was something you didn't even have to lie about. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, it's not something we naturally would talk about. To be honest, I was kind of sitting there like, why are you even telling me that you don't believe in God in the first place right now? But I realized this was something, I guess, that was mentally, emotionally, spiritually impacting him. And I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. Because I'm like, it's one thing if you have a different faith from me. It's another thing for you to lie about it and manipulate me. It definitely does. Yep. Right. Like, be honest. Exactly. Because now you're a liar, you're manipulative, which means we clearly not compatible. And I feel like some people didn't realize that, like, when I would tell them, or when you call people out on stuff and then people get really defensive. And it's like, well, you said what you said to me this way, and you definitely do not believe this. Like, this is not a thought process that you have. Therefore, you are being manipulative. No, I'm not being manipulative. That's not what I meant. Um, but you did. Because why would you say something you don't believe in? And this could be with anything. It don't just have to be religion. Honestly, it could be something as simple, well, something like agreeing that you don't want kids when you really do want kids, or saying you don't want to stay in Michigan. You want to stay in Michigan, but you don't really want to stay in Michigan. Or saying you would prefer to stay in an apartment, but you don't want to buy a house. It's like it's stuff like that where it's like people will lie about some things just to appease you or initially. And don't get me wrong, feelings can change. However, clear when you have certain conversations, you realize, oh, feelings aren't really changing for real. It's more so you always felt that way, but you're finally being honest. But or that's just like people who get into relationships, but they don't really, or maybe they don't know they don't really want relationships for real, but they still want you to be faithful. Like that guy Dallas in that TLC reaction you did. Like he still wanted to be out in the streets doing stuff, but he still wanted Chili to still be there. And I don't know why people just don't be honest. It's not that hard. Well, people won't be honest because they be so concerned about that person they want not agreeing with the lifestyle that they want to have, and they know that they're not going to want to stick around. Now, the thing is, unfortunately, some men could be honest with these women, and these women will still stick around thinking they could change him. Because I've seen that happen many times where, like, a guy will be like, yeah, I just want to have fun. I don't want to be in a relationship tied down. And some girls will be like, okay, because they either want to have a piece of this guy or because they they think they can change that person. But it's like, no, he said what he said. So what you about to do about that, girl? Like if a guy tells you something, you should definitely believe them. Especially if it's a repetitive conversation. Oh yeah, him like, nah, dude, you gotta go. Yeah, he was a trip. Hey Ariana girl, how you doing? You fine. I'm probably gonna get off in the next 5 minutes. But but yeah, like I don't know. People don't really want to be honest because they know that a lot of people won't deal with their BS. So it is what it is. Unfortunate, or they don't have the, what is it called? Um they don't have the game to actually date, like get people to date them for real. So they feel like they gotta lie and manipulate. Oh, I appreciate you, girl. But I don't know. Cause I've met a many of people who I've seen move that way, as well as people that I've dated myself. And and this is men and women because I've seen women lie as well about how they operate. It's unfortunate. But then I also realized that a lot of people don't know what they want either. They realize it over time maybe, Or some people think they know what they want, and then when they get it, they're like, whoa, 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 this ain't it. This not what I thought I wanted. Someone said to me a long time ago, I don't want to be in a relationship. And I was like, I don't want to be in a relationship with you either. I'm just here to have fun. I mean, that's real. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like if you know what you trying to do and what time you want and you tell that person, that's what's up. However, I know I've seen some people do stuff like that and the man was kind of taken aback where they was like, so you not trying to be with me? And it's like, well, no. So we on the same page, right? And they would be like, what you mean? That's just like when um even in the same breath, that's just like when I would meet certain people and I wouldn't even be saying anything about dating them, right? And within like that first week of me meeting them, they would tell me, yeah, we could be friends. We could be friends. And I'm like, okay, bet. And in my head, one thing about me, if you say you're a friend, that's the category you're going to get put in. And the issue with that is guys would say that to me, and then maybe a month or two would go by, and then they would be like, hey, so, let's date, let's do this, this, and that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You said you wanted to be a friend. Therefore, you are a friend. That's where I put you because that's what you told me. That's not what I meant. Oh, well, you shouldn't say stuff you don't mean. Oh my God. They really don't. They don't. My mom used to be so mad, like, Mom, I'm young and having my way. you know, that's funny. Because that reminds me kind of my mom because I, so I would just date people. I wouldn't be really doing anything though too much. But I remember my mom, she would be like, you kind of get rid of people quick. And I would be like, yeah, because they did something I didn't like or I saw a red flag. Why would I keep talking to somebody when I clearly see it's a problem that I'm not going to like long term wise? You know what I mean? But all right, y'all. That 20 minutes is up. It's time for me to clock out. But I do appreciate y'all for being on this live stream with me for almost 2.5 hours. And I'm not going to lie, going forward, I might do more lives like this because I don't have to get up and, actually, let's be honest, I wasn't putting myself together. Y'all was seeing me any old kind of way. But this was a much more easier live for me to do. Not clock out. Yes, clock out. All right, girl, you enjoy the rest of your eating. Thank you. You too. Yes, I guess I'll do the top fans like Jasmine does. Cause I do be liking the way you do that. Cause I've never seen anybody else do that junk. But yes, in number 1 is the Rose Rundown, Jasmine, woo woo woo. Number 2 is Treasure, woo woo woo. Number 3 is Ariana, woo woo woo. Thor, T Berries, woo woo woo. Grace is in 5 and 8. Thank you, girl, woo woo woo. We gonna skip over this person because they was outlandish. And then number 7 is Grimy, woo woo woo. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, right. And yay me. But yeah, I'll be back on here Thursday night at 9, same time. Hopefully YouTube doesn't go down again. But I hope you guys have a great night. Have a great rest of your week. And I'll be seeing y'all Thursday. Stay blessed. Stay positive. Bye, y'all.